Hello everyone, this is Isaac White from the Crockett Tavern Museum here in Morristown, Tennessee. And we want to make a special announcement today to honor two notable icons who unfortunately are no longer with us. If you'll notice, I'm wearing the black band around my arm today, and for a few reasons, one of which is the governor of Tennessee has declared this to be a day of mourning, and we'll touch on that in just a moment. But the first person that we would like to address, who unfortunately is no longer with us, is notable English actor Tim Curry. Now, a lot of people know him from his depiction of Pennywise from the movie It, or also kind of a bizarre role in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But whether or not he played a stable role, a unstable, sane, insane, that kind of thing, what I loved about him was that he always gave 100% to every role that he was in. Didn't matter if he looked ridiculous, because he knew that it was all about the performance. And me personally, my first introduction to Tim Curry was when I was in high school. And it was brought to my attention that he performed as William Shakespeare. Not on theater, not performing Shakespeare on the stage, but actually played as William Shakespeare in a series that I believe was done by the BBC back in the late 1900s. I think it was around the 1980s. Either way, that being said, his performance was fantastic. This was brought to my attention by my world history teacher, Miss Ormond, when I was in high school, and I fell in love with it. Not only for his performance, but also because of the costuming, the authenticity, the accuracy that they put into this actual depiction of William Shakespeare as a whole. And Tim Curry, to this day, when I think of William Shakespeare, I think of him. And it was his performance that really kind of helped to further my interest in world history, and also to further my love for the theater, which I had started to just get involved in at the time. And so to that I say, Mr. Curry, thank you so much for all the wonderful performances you did. I might have thought some of them were bizarre, but the one I do like definitely stuck home, even to this day. So Mr. Curry, thank you so much. We're sad that you are gone, but we are happy that you are no longer suffering. And that brings us up to the next individual, who, as I'm sure you all already know and guess, is Dolly Parton. Well, when I got the news, I'm not going to lie, I did cry a little bit, because Dolly Parton meant a lot to me. She meant a lot to all of us, especially here in the state of Tennessee, wherein Dolly is kind of like the queen of Tennessee. And it's interesting, because here at the Crockett Tavern Museum, we focus on Davy Crockett, who is the king of the wild frontier, or the king of Tennessee, in my humble opinion. And every king needs a queen. Well, Davy Crockett had his, and that was in the form of Dolly Parton, which she probably kicked me in the shins for saying that, because she was already happily married. But, you know, it's one of those things that we all know it's coming to us at some point or another, and we don't expect it, we don't know when. So when it does happen, it's a shock to each and every one of us. It's kind of a hard blow, and Dolly's passing is definitely one of those. We knew that her husband had passed away, and from there on she was suffering with some health issues. I think honestly it was just one of those things that, you know, they say the heart needs to go where the heart deserves to be, or belongs. And well, Dolly's heart belonged with her husband, and I think it just finally got to a point to where her heart said, okay, enough, let's go, let's reunite. But I also contend that Dolly Parton was one of those who few celebrities could relate to, because she is the embodiment of the story of rags to riches. She was one of those who actually, when she wasn't famous, she had a good heart. When she did become famous, she still had a good heart. And the riches, she never let them get to her. She had a chance to become a billionaire 1,000 times over. Yet instead she decided to use that money to at least live modestly, but most importantly, to not only give back to where she came from, but to give back to the nation as a whole. Most notably with her reading program, which was inspired by her father. And it was what her father said was one of his proudest moments for her, establishing that reading program. And she established it because her father didn't know how to read. And she thought that no child should, in America or anywhere else, should actually grow up without having the ability to read. So she wanted to see that that was taken care of, and by God, I think she did a wonderful job of it. She did a wonderful job with everything that she did, and quite frankly, it's an absolute shame, because the caliber of celebrity such as herself and maybe some of the old school celebrities, they're gone, and there may only be a handful of them left. But Dolly really made a mark on the world for the better. And again, it's one of those things. We have 3 stars in the flag for the state of Tennessee. Dolly was one of those stars, but that star's light has gone out. And we're going to miss her. We're absolutely going to miss her. So we wanted to just go ahead and post this video to shed light on 2 iconic celebrities who have passed away, and to show them some appreciation for all that they have done throughout their years here upon this earth. We hope that they are no longer suffering. We hope that they are in a better place. And, well, all we can say is at the end of the day, to Mr. Curry and to Mrs. Parton, we want to thank you, each and every one of you. And we'll always love you. We'll always miss you.